This is the helipad on the top of the St. George's Hospital in Beirut. The time is just after 6 on an uneventful Tuesday evening, and 1 week on, although you know what's coming next, it is still shocking. Down below, the hospital's other 230 closed-circuit cameras captured the chaos. It's the first time this footage has ever been shown. In the postnatal ward, a nurse hears what was the first small explosion. She's curious before realizing something terrible is happening. Disoriented, she gets to her feet and rushes to the babies in her care. Off camera, she takes them to safety.
The babies were right here.
Nurse Pamela Zenoun was in the ward above, the neonatal intensive care unit. They treat premature babies. This video shows her working just moments before the blast. She feels the first tremor, and then the room collapses. Smoke, rubble, and fear. Amazingly, Pamela was barely scratched, but what happened after she fought her way out of the wreckage is truly astonishing. The other nurses were very badly injured?
They were very badly injured. They were all bleeding. They were standing over there, and they looked at me, and I looked at them. I started to scream, what happened? They just looked at me this way and looked at each other. They were all bleeding. They couldn't even talk. All the ceiling was on the floor. I grabbed the ceilings with my hands and tried to pull them away just to know where the babies were, because the incubators moved. They weren't on the same place. I held the 3 babies and went through this door. We needed to go to the exit. We couldn't find the exit. We were used that the exit was on our left side. Now there's nothing on our left side. I walked around 5 kilometers on the street so I could get the babies to another hospital.
But you saved them. You saved everybody. Wow. Much of the hospital was wrecked. 17 people were killed, nurses, patients and visitors amongst the victims. But when you see this footage, it's a miracle the loss of life wasn't greater. In the main lobby, people scatter, and then a blast wave of glass, splintered wood and concrete.
So it kind of blew inside and it hit me on the side of my face.
Professor Georges Jouvelekian was in his clinic at the time. He told me he'd just finished a consultation.
Had my colleague not picked me up from here, I could have bled to death. Who knows? We should be proud of what we've done. What this hospital did in 8 hours, evacuating over 300 patients to safety, despite the lack of power and glass everywhere and unsafe environment and no resources, is a miracle by itself and speaks to the greatness of this people.
Many of the cameras around the hospital stutter in the aftermath. But despite the glitching, they still record a city in panic and shock. A few minutes after the explosion, injured people from across the neighborhood are running to the medical center for help, not knowing that it had also become a casualty.
Never throughout its history was it shut down completely like it is right now. So it's incumbent upon us all to get it restarted. This is a message that I cannot overemphasize. This is who we are.
Across Beirut, you can find many stories of heroism and bravery. But this is a place where the disease of corruption never allowed a healthy state to grow. And as it remembers its victims, the challenges of mending this fractured city, its politics and economy will take years to overcome. Alex Rossi, Sky News, Beirut.